Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
So,
ma'am.
we are in the chapter Socialism in Europe and Russian Revolution. I told you what all changes happened in Europe with the coming of socialist ideas and how were the life of workers, that also we discussed. And there were all around, if you see, there were support for socialism. Okay, I told you a few important leaders name who spread the ideas of socialism and communism, right? What are those leaders name? Amin, can you tell? Amin, do you remember? What are those leaders name? Okay, Navneet. Yeah,
And Robert Owen,
yes, Robert Owen. Then
I'm
Alois
Karl
Brandt,
Marx.
Karl Marx. Then
Friedrich
Frederick Engels. Okay, so
Louis
these,
Blanc,
yeah, Louis Blanc. So these are the important leaders who spread the ideas of socialism in Europe and even in Russia. Also, if you see, these ideas were taken by those people also. Okay, now next we are going to see about the Russian Revolution. So first, like a history, how was the situation before? And what led to the Russian Revolution. That is what is given in first. Okay. Now let me share the screen. Just 1 minute. Okay. Yes, you can see the screen, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. So here, Russian Revolution, if you see the socialist here, they are taking over the control over Russia, and that we call it as October Revolution that happened in 1917. Okay, so the monarchy is fallen in the sense we can see that the power of the monarchy is gone. Now the power has come to the hands of socialist. So in which year this happened, this revolution?
1970,
1970.
1917. And what do we call for this revolution?
October Revolution.
October
October
Revolution.
Revolution. Okay, so with this, you can see the end of the kingship in uh, Russia. Okay, so whatever the fall of monarchy in February 1917 and whatever events happened associated with it, that we call it as Russian Revolution. Okay, next one is about how was the Russia, or how was the Russian Empire in 1914. So if you see, there were a group of people who were ruling in Russia, and those group of people we call them as Tsar. Okay, what is the term here?
Tsar,
Tsar. Okay, the T we are not pronouncing here. So Tsar group of people were ruling there, and you can see Tsar Nicholas II. He was ruling the Russian Empire during the time of this Russian Revolution. Okay. Now, when you see about Russian Empire, okay, it was not a small place like how we see today. A lot of places were included in Russia. So before that, let me show that video related to it. Just 1 minute. Okay, this is about the people, those who were very famous for spreading the socialist ideas. Now, next is regarding the Russian Revolution. Yeah, this is a picture of Tsar Nicholas. So he was ruling Russia during that time in 1914. So you can see that there was a system of monarchy where all the rights were in the hands of king.
Vote.
Now here, just wait. Here you can see all those places which was highlighted. It was Moscow, you know already, that is in Russia. Other than Moscow, you can see Finland, Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia, Belarus, all these, Ukraine, all these were together with Russia. They were not separate. They are not separate like how we see today. Okay, so today it's all separate, but you can see all these places together constituted Russian Empire. So it was a huge empire. If you check in your textbook, you can see the Russian area is given during those days. So it was a huge one according to the olden time. Yeah. These two places, that is St. Petersburg and Moscow, these were the two important industrial areas where lot of industries were set up during that time. Okay, so now next there we are talking about what was the situation of industries during that time. That is what is given. Next one. Okay, so here I told you that these were the important places that were included as a part of Russia during those days. That is Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, a part of some parts of Poland, Ukraine, Belarus. So all these comprised, you can see, Russia. It also, some more places you can see, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, all these places were with Russia. Now, if you see the religion of those people, they were Orthodox Christianity. Okay, Orthodox Christianity is a group of people where their thinkings are little bit orthodox. They are not much modern in their thinking, and this Christianity was developed from Greek Orthodox Church. But at the same time, you can see other people also who are believing in other religions, like you can say Catholics were there, Protestants were there, Muslims were there, Buddhists were there. Okay, so these many religions you can see. When we say Catholic, Protestants also, they are coming under Christianity, but different divisions are there. Okay, so like this, you can see people, they believed in different religions during those days. Now, next one is related to the economy and society. In the beginning, if you see, majority of the people, they were involved in cultivation. Okay, you see 85% in the sense, we can imagine out of 100%, 85% of the people, they were involved in cultivation. So it's majority of the people, they are involved in cultivation. But at the same time, if you see France and Germany, only 40% or 50% of the people, they were depending on agriculture. Okay, now what is the speciality of Russian Empire? They were not like the cultivators of France or other areas. Here speciality is that the cultivators, they produced mainly for the market. Okay, what do you mean by that? Cultivators, they produce for the market. What does it show?
They are selling it and earning
Yeah,
money.
they are, first thing, if you see the production, that will be large scale, right? They are producing a lot there. Another thing, they are using it for their own consumption. A part they will be using it for their own consumption. Then remaining whatever they have, they will be selling that in the market. And at the same time, you see Russia was an exporter of grain. In the sense, this shows what? What does it show? Russia was exporting grains. What does it mean? What do you feel? Major exporter of grain means, Navneet, what are you telling?
Ma'am, they ship to other countries.
They
give that to all countries shipment.
Yeah, other countries, they ship to other countries. That's what it. But for shipping, you know that they should have a lot with them. Then only they can export to other countries, right? So it shows that they are producing the grains on a large scale and they are selling this to other countries. So during that time, export was there between Russia and other parts of the world, especially for grains here. Okay, selling grains. Now, industries case, if you see, it is found in pockets. What do you mean by it is found in pockets? What is that? Can anyone think of? It is found in pockets. What do you mean by that? Tell, let it be wrong. No problem.
A small road and all.
Maybe it is like that. It is not like so many are not seen in Russia. That is what it means. It found in pockets in the sense maybe the number of industries are very less during that time. Okay. Now, two important centers were there, industrial centers were there, which are they? St. Petersburg and Moscow. That is what I showed you in that particular video. Okay. So two industrial centers were there, two industrial areas were there. What are the names of those two industrial areas? Lakshmi, can you tell?
St. Petersburg and Moscow.
Yeah, St. Petersburg and Moscow. Now, another one speciality you can see, craftsmen. Okay, so here is the area where majority of the production was happening. Crafts workshops were there, like small industries. They are not calling it as industries, they say workshops. Okay, small crafts workshops were there where they used to produce things. For example, metal works, metal, out of metal we do a lot of work, right? So for that there was a workshop and they used to call it as craft workshop. Okay, so like that, you can see a large sort of production was there, but where they existed, you can see near these large factories, they existed these craft workshop also. So it is something like that. Crafts workshops were more important or more in numbers than these factories here. Okay, so here and there, everywhere you can see crafts workshop. So industries were not that prominent during that time. Okay, now here you can see in 1890s, many industries started flourishing. Okay, they started setting up of so many of industries during that time. Then what they did, railway system extended. At the same time, foreign investment increased. What do you mean by foreign investment in industry? What is that?
Investment in another foreign.
Yeah, someone from other country is coming and setting up industries in our country. That we can call it as foreign investment. So here if they say foreign investment, someone from other countries, they are coming and investing to start industry in Russia. Okay, so here you can see the speciality. Many industries started coming or setting up in Russia. From which year onwards? 1890s onwards, you can see they are setting up. At the same time, you can see there is an improvement in the infrastructure or transportation. Railway network was extended. You know that then it will be easy to transport things from one place to another. Okay. Another one important point, you can see that foreign investment increased in the industry. So these are the important changes happened during that time. Another one you can see related to the production. Coal production doubled. Iron and steel output quadrupled. Quadrupled means what? Doubled and quadrupled means what?
Do 4.
4 times. Okay, 4 times there was an increase in the production of iron and steel. So here if you see, a lot of production activities are happening. Coal production doubled, maybe because of setting up of these industries. Then iron and steel output, if you see, 4 times it is increased. And by 1900, if you see, some of the areas where factory workers and craftsmen, if you see, it were equal in number. What do you mean by this equal in number? Before, what was the situation? What did I say?
More craftsmen.
More craftsmen were there, more craft workshops were there, and less number of industries were there. Now, if you see 1900, in some of the areas, if you see factory workers and craftsmen or craftsperson who is working in the crafts workshops, that became same somewhat. This shows what? What does it show?
Factories increased.
Yeah, the number of factories and industries, it is increased in Russia. Okay. Next one, Now, if you see about the industries, the ownership, if you see, it was in the hands of private people. Okay, private property it was, or private ownership of people we can see related to the industries. Okay, now even if you think about private property, you know that what is their main aim? What is their main aim?
Profit.
Huh? Their main aim is what?
Profit.
Louder.
Profit.
Profit. Yeah, very good. Their main aim is to make profit, money. That is their main aim. They are not interested in the benefit of any worker, or they were not much thinking about the welfare of workers and all. Okay, so here you can see they were making these workers to work for long hours. Okay, you can see that how many hours it is given?
15.
15 hours it is given. Okay, now accommodation, if you see it, maybe sometimes they may get rooms, or sometimes it may be dormitory. What is a dormitory, you know? Do you know what is a dormitory? Yes or no? Okay, I'll just show. Yeah, can you tell? No. Okay, I'll show you. Yeah.
I'm in a place where 3-4 people sleep together.
Not only 3-4 people, you know, more than that you can see. Okay, so like that people will be living in a clustered manner. That kind of situation, or rooms we can see, maybe beds are put together like very near, and they are living like that. Now here in your textbook, 2-3 pictures it is given. You can see that how this picture, if you see, unemployed peasants in pre-war St. Petersburg. Okay, so here all those who are unemployed, they are sitting and eating, having food, especially at the charitable kitchen. Charitable kitchen in the sense there were some kind of charitable institutions during those days. They used to give food to those people who are unemployed. Okay, so you can see that all are sitting and having food here. That is one thing. Another one, this is what a dormitory looks like. You can see, and what is written down, you can see what they have written. The workers, they are sleeping in bunkers. They don't have enough place. You see how only a little area where is there, where they can sleep. You see the area, how much is there. You see that only that much place straight you have to sleep there. Okay, and you see what is written there. They slept in shift. You think, imagine that situation. They slept in shift means what now? What do you mean by this? Slept in shift? Who can say?
Ma'am, they would sleep. Some work sleep in a certain hours while the others work.
Yeah, others will wait there. When this person gets up, then only he can sleep. Like that it is. And they could not keep their families with them. So we can imagine they don't have a house, and they cannot live with their family. All are here and there, and they don't have much money to support their family. Working hours, if you see how many hours they are working, that is 15 hours. Other areas and all, it is 10 to 12 hours. But in Russia, if you see, 15 hours they were working. So like that, it was very difficult during those days for the people, or their condition, it was very miserable, we can say. At the same time, you know that there were government officials who supervised these industries. Okay, in between, the government officials will come and check whether they are giving minimum wages or not, whether their working hours are proper or not. They will come and check. But there is no use every time whether the government officials will can come and check, or what? Can they? Every day, can they come and check? Yes or no? No, it's not possible. So what happens here? Whenever the government, maybe they are showing off that time, government officials are coming, they will show that, okay, they are paying this much amount wages and they are working only this many hours. They may be telling, and the workers, they might be afraid to tell against the owners. What will happen if they tell against the owner? What will happen?
Lose their job.
Yeah, they may lose the job. So here already unemployment is there. Many people are there without any work. So if they tell something against the owner, they may lose the job also. So because of that reason, you can see a lot of corruption were there in the industries also. Here, that is what it's given. Could not prevent the rules being broken. So that shows what always the rules are. Always the rules are broken, right? They are breaking the rules during that time. So the government might have kept the rule that, okay, this many hours only you should make a worker to work. They will all, it's there in the paper, but they are not following that. Okay, this is what you can see related to the working condition in the industries and all. So I told you that government used to supervise the large factories. Why they are supervising? To see that whether minimum wages are given, they are giving it or not, or the hours of work, whether how many hours they are making these people to work. But that is of no use because already they used to break the rules and laws, whatever was set up during that time. Okay, next one, workers were divided as a social group. Okay, so social group in the sense, you know that there were different kinds of workers. Okay, they were divided by their skill. Okay, you know that some workers maybe we can call them as blacksmith, some are there goldsmith, or some workers are there in weaving the basket. Like that, different skills they had. Okay, so they were divided by their skill. What they used to do, all those who are doing one kind of work, they used to be in one place. There they sit, and that is what that craft workshop, which I told you. Okay, just before that, let me show you the video. 1 minute. So everywhere, the people were not happy with the situation. They started showing their angerness towards the industrial owners. They felt that they should fight against the property owners for getting proper wage or for getting proper accommodation. Because I told that working low wages were there, working hours were so long, and accommodation was very bad. So all these workers felt that they should fight for their role, for workers were divided as a social group. In the society, there were different groups were there. Okay, but at the same time, if you see, majority of these workers, they came from their village. I mean, some villages like that, and they had a good connection with the village. Always they used to maybe go, or their relatives are there, so they had a good connection with the villages here. Some are there, they are settled in cities themselves, and they are not now going back to villages and all. Okay, and workers, they were divided by their skill. I told that different types of skilled people were there, and they had their own associations, organization like that. Now here, among all the skilled people, one group of people considered themselves very superior. Okay, who is that particular? Which group is that? Metal worker. Okay, metal workers, they used to tell that they considered themselves as aristocrats among other workers. Okay, what do you mean by aristocrats among other workers? What is that? What do you mean by that? Aristocrats means what? They are considering themselves as higher, superior than others. Okay, so here they are considering themselves as aristocrats, and why do they say that? Because they say that their occupation demanded more training and skill. So because of that reason, they say that we are the superior one. Okay, so that is one thing you can see regarding the metal workers of St. Petersburg. Another one thing, if you take the case of women, about 31% of this factory laborers, if you see, they were women. But what is that? You can see they were paid less than men. Okay, so they were not getting proper salary like whom?
Men.
Like men. Okay. At the same time, you can see there are divisions among the workers. Especially, they show that differences in the dressing and manners too. What do you mean by that? They show their differences in dressing and manners to what? What do you mean by that? Their way of dressing is
Different.
different in the sense, maybe metal worker may have some sort of dressing, another gold, maybe a crafts person related to making pottery or basket weaving, they may have different type of dressing, and their manners, the way they behave, that also were different, it seems, related to their work. According to their work, that difference also were there. Okay, so 9:50 is the timing hours.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just let me take the attendance now. Just 1 minute. Okay. Adikesh? Absent? Abhiram? Abhiram? Absent. What happened? Adlio?
Yes, ma'am.
Present. Advait Murali?
Present, ma'am.
Advait Sinoob? Sinoob is present? Just check. Yes or no? Somebody? No. Absent. No, he's absent. Okay. Ahsan?
Present, ma'am.
Albert?
Present, ma'am.
Alan?
Present, ma'am.
Alvin?
Present, ma'am.
Amaljit?
Present, ma'am.
Amin?
Present, ma'am.
Anantita?
Present, ma'am.
Aneshwara?
Present, ma'am.
Anjana? Benedict? Fadil? No, absent. Hira?
Present, ma'am.
Henin? Ritvik?
Present, ma'am.
Iron? Isha? Ken?
Present, ma'am.
Lakshmi?
Present, ma'am.
Nandakumar? Lynette?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Nadeem?
Present, ma'am.
Nadeem is present. Okay. Nandana?
Yes, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Yes. Navneet? Present. Nikhila?
Present, ma'am.
Nivedya?
Present, ma'am.
Cha?
Present, ma'am.
Sridev?
Present.
Suryadev? Suryadev? Absent.
Present, ma'am.
Oh, you are present. Your work is very good. I feel he sent that picture to me. That was well done. And you can add some, because the topic was like his struggle. Okay, so something about his struggle, if you write, that will be better. And one more person, Fadil, he also sent it to me. That was also very good. Suryadev's, your idea is very good. Okay, nice it is.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tamanna?
Present, ma'am.
Tom?
Present, ma'am.
Vaishnavi?
Present, ma'am.
Jairus? Present. Okay.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, then bye everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am. See you.